What's going on, everyone? So today I thought we'd switch it up a little bit and do some work on my Heritage. I've got currently a Klock Werks windscreen on it. Nice windscreen, nice bevel, all that stuff, but it rubs down here on the bottom of my light kit and it's taking the paint off, and I don't like that. Tried to adjust it a bunch of different times, it didn't work, so I ended up purchasing a Freedom Shield, which is in the box right over here. And so I'm gonna take this one off and then put the Freedom Shield on, but we have to switch the hardware, the black mounting hardware, over from the Klock Werks screen over to the Freedom Shield. So figure I'd show a quick video on how to do that and get that changed out and see how this thing fits. So I'll get this pulled off and then we'll get started. Okay, so I've unpackaged the Freedom Shield. This is what it looks like. They put in a bunch of popcorn stuff, which can't stand that, but hey, at least they're packaged well. You can see it's a little bit shorter. I'll pull this one off here in a second. You can see it comes protected real well. These are custom made for each bike, so it takes about 3 weeks or so for them to get it. Hardware's missing. It's got to come off of the Heritage, but they do have a black strip of, looks like some sort of tape. And then they recommend you test ride it, but they want you to leave the film on. So to be honest, if I'm gonna poke holes and go through the hassle of mounting this thing, I'm not gonna be too concerned about it. But if I go over and take a look at how this sets up against the Klock Werks, I can already tell that this is gonna be a lot higher here. So it's not gonna rub on my light kit. And this is more narrow, but it's still the same height with the same flip. So I'll still get the same air deflection. And honestly, I like the thinner sides as well. A little more streamlined, aerodynamic, not so bulky. So pull this one off the way these pull off. Pretty simple. It just pops forward. Get around my stand. Just pops forward and lifts off. And you can see here's the Klock Werks shield in comparison to the Freedom Shield. Right, so you can see pretty big difference there, but the flare at the top is essentially about the same. It's just more narrow. So I think this will work very well for my application, what I want to do. So what we have to do is unscrew all of these, take them off, of course, take off my bag that I got mounted on here. And then the mounting brackets come off, get attached to that, and it just basically replaces those. And then we can remount the bag on there and stuff like that. So I'll start working a little bit on this, move this shield out of the way so nothing happens to it, and then show you what it looks like. Be back in a minute. All right, so now we'll begin to take this hardware off of here. You got a T25 Torx bit. I've got this cool little tool I got from Le Monster Garage online. It's pretty neat. I keep it in my bike. You just flip it over either way, and then you unscrew this base down here, and all your bits and stuff like that are held in there. So it's really kind of neat, pretty nifty for just quick fixes on the road, so you don't want to carry a whole tool kit. But I thought it was kind of neat. So got this set up on there, and then inside of this has a 3/8 6-point bolt in here. So just loosen that up a little bit, and then once you get the initial bite on it, you can hold that with the tool just to get it loose, and you can go whichever way you like to go to get that out. But basically all that does is loosen this nut up in here that holds this bag on the bar for the hardware. So it works pretty cool. So that comes off like that. And then just so I don't lose anything, put this back on it and hold it. Set it over here off to the side on the seat. Okay, so the rest of it's the same kind of thing. There is, from when I did this last time, there's like some sticky stuff on here that kind of helps hold it in. And because it's bowed, it makes it really tricky to manipulate it and to get it all in there. So we'll see how it goes. And I think I'm going to start with the mounting brackets first to get rid of the bulk. All right, so there's the stickum. All that, they don't give you any new stickum, which I really don't think you need it. Once you put it on there, the bolts will hold it in place. So I think that'll be okay. But that's the old windshield off. And once again, we'll just do a quick comparison now when they're both removed. You can see the differences. All right, so this one's a lot wider. It's got a little thing that I think they tried to make a wind deflector, but because of that length, that's what was dragging on my light kit. So, no bueno. Okay. So now we got this one ready to go. I'm gonna take off this wrap, get some gloves on, and then we'll start to see how this one goes in. So I'll be back in a second. All right, so got all the plastic off. They wrapped it really nice, which was great. So I just put a little bit of cleaner on here, clean this off, so get a little coating on it ahead of time where I can get to everything. I use this Aero Cosmetics Wax All. When I was looking for cleaners, all the more common brands were sold out, gone, small bottles, waste of time. So I found that one, a lot of good reviews on it, and came with a big old Mondo bottle. So I have that for a while, and then once I get that used up, we'll take a look and see what else is available when I need to replenish. So just as with any of them, put it on and then wipe it off with a dry, clean cloth, not to scratch anything. Like that on the back side, keep that on that side. All right, so we're gonna go reverse order what we put it in. So we have, I put the outside one over here just because I didn't want to mess with it and scratch my shield up, but cleaned the parts all off and everything else. So we'll take this one and start placing it, kind of drop it right where the holes line up. Okay, so finally got it all pieced together. Saw through the fast forward sequence and all of a sudden shut off, so battery issue again. I got to get the power cord for this thing, but it's loosely connected and it's loosely there. And what I like to do with it is I like to put it on the bike while it's loose so that I can get it in position and to where it's going to sit, right? And then that way, when I tighten it all down, it tightens it square on the mounts, because you don't want to have the air coming at you and your screen being pitched, you know, then you got air flying in different directions and you get pull and you get drag and stuff like that. So I've had some where it was a little off, and if I had to let go of the bars for a second because I wanted to be king of the world, bike started veering. So got this on now, I can really see kind of how it fits, how it looks, everything goes in there, snaps in, plenty of clearance down here. So no longer a problem with that. It's a little darker tint than my other one, so it matches the blacked out bike a lot nicer. And then so now what I'll do is I will go through and start tightening up all the screws from inside out so that it compresses down the strap, and then that way we're sure everything's good to go. Okay, so that's all that. It's all tightened down. There's no more bows away from the shield and the mounting hardware. Looks nice on the bike. Solves my problem with the scratches on my light kit, so I can touch up paint that, and that's pretty much it. So Freedom Shield install, 2 people is nice. Probably go a lot easier for the mounting hardware, just so you got another set of hands trying to scratch stuff up. I don't think I did. I think I did pretty good with it, but we'll see once I clean it all up. And then I'll get my skulls back on there and put the bag back on and good to go. So hope this helped. Like, subscribe, comment, you know, all the normal stuff. Just want to see kind of what you think, and hopefully it was useful. So have a good one. See you next time.